Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I was just putting out a few Christmassy things, and I thought I'd take you on a little tour. So, this is my mantle, and I change out a lot of the artwork in my house seasonally, and I do it different all the time, so you never know. But I have, see down here. Whoops, sorry. I've told the mic in my hand, so I'll have to just take you over here. Okay, down here I have a little plastic snowman and just some pottery. And then I keep a candle in there I burn sometimes when I don't feel like having a fire. And there's another plastic snowman and like a very, very old bottle. And it was funny, I was watching the TV show Victoria about Queen Victoria, and they showed a person drinking. And I swear it was the same bottle I have here. I was like, what? How old is it? I don't know. Okay. And then we'll go up here. I have painted my mantle like this coral color I'm in love with. And I strung some Christmassy lights on there. And then here are my 1960s onyx kitty cats. I put them there at Halloween and just left them because I didn't feel like messing with it. And there's my wedding photo. And there's plastic snowman. And then these are really, really old. They're actually candle holders, but I don't have candles for them. And it says Noel. And they're so cute. I kind of am using them. There's a plug back here. And I'm going to create something to cover that plug somehow, but I haven't done it yet. But I love having the plug because then I can plug in all my lights and stuff. I think what I'm going to do, well, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll show you. But okay, so there's N, O, E, and L. Aren't they so cute? I love them so much. And then here is a painting by a friend of mine, and it is called Plastic Snowman. And it goes up every December. One time at um, a antique market kind of thing, I saw somebody selling that identical plastic snowman, like a small version, but they had like $45 on it. And I just put my foot down and was like, I can't spend that much. That's crazy. And I've sort of regretted it ever since, because to have that exact snowman sitting here somewhere would probably be worth every penny of that. But when you're frugal, I don't know. All right, so these books were from Halloween. They're orange and black. I forgot to change them. But there's a couple more plastic snowmen. I have like 20 of these guys. And then this little snowman sitting here with his legs kicking out. And they're my boys when they were little babies. I had twins and an older son. I mean, I still do have them. They haven't gone anywhere. They've just grown up. And then this is a kitty cat with a light in his tail. So he lights up. So I love him. And over here, usually I put this on the mantle during this time of year, but that's a flocked deer light from the 50s. All these things are like vintage. I collect vintage stuff. And an old teapot. Actually, that's not vintage. A friend made that and gave it to me, which was really cool. Okay. So let me take you over here. What I'm thinking of doing, maybe, this is my TV stand, but finding an old radio kind of like this and taking the guts out of it and then using it to cover those lights, or I mean, electric sockets. So I don't know if I'll ever do that, but maybe. Okay, so I started setting up my Christmas tree, and it is my very first year ever having a fake tree. Although I'm trying to get far back enough so you can see the whole thing. Let me pull the camera out, maybe. But Um, but Christmas trees were just so expensive this year, and I don't know. I just couldn't do it. So I got this fake one um, from someone who was getting rid of it. And I was like, I'm just going to use that. So I have these stuffed animals here. I have a snowman who says Merry Christmas. I have a moose. And then Santa Bear, which was I think it's a Michigan thing maybe, but from Hudson's store. This one's from when I was 16 years old. And I love it very, very much. I'll show you some of my ornaments. A lot of them are from my birthday is on December 16th. So every year my mom would put an ornament on my gift. So here's like a little Christmas. I actually think I made that one in Girl Scouts or brownies. I was a dropout. I didn't make it to Girl Scouts. And there's a kitty cat. And there's like a little bear holding a Christmas wreath. Just today I went to IKEA and they had these glass ornaments. I thought, wow, they're really pretty. So I bought 4 for like, they're real glass and they're blown glass. And so I bought 4 for like, I think it was $12. And I'm going to tie them onto gifts when I give gifts, I think. But for now, they're hanging on the tree because they were so pretty. And there's just like an ornament. I went to a thrift store a couple years ago. And after Christmas, they had ornaments like 10 for $1 or something. So I bought a bunch. That's a blown glass, or actually, I guess you call it blown glass, but peppermint stick that a friend made for me. Hold on, I gotta stand up. And then there's just a gold bauble. That's pretty. And I don't know what that's made out of. Maybe, I feel like it's hay, but that's not what it is. But it's something like that. Some kind of like hay. I don't know. That was tied on a gift when I was a kid. And there's a pretty little angel kitty. That my all these were from my mom pretty much. She'd tie them onto gifts. And then here's another one that came from IKEA. Aren't those beautiful? I'm gonna put that on my son's girlfriend's gift, I think. I think it's so pretty. And then there's a little tiny bear. The camera? Yeah, okay, there we go. And then that's another ornament I got for like super cheap. And there's a kitty cat with a gift. Now, many years ago, we used to do a cousin gift exchange, and some cousin gave my husband this ornament that all I can say about it is it's kind of odd. And it was from Nordstrom's, and it was in a very fancy box, but it feels a little inappropriate. But I'll show it to you anyway. I just was like, why? Why did he pick this for you? I don't know. It's like an Indian chief guy with sparkles. I don't know. It was either from Nordstrom or Saks Fifth Avenue. I think it was Nordstrom. Anyway, that's funny. Um, let's see, what do we have here? Here's a cow. Which direction is he? There he is. A cow. I did live in Arizona, so I think we got some Southwest things because of that. In high school, hold on, let me turn it. Sorry, there he is. You can see Santa on a flamingo. In high school, I painted my room flamingo pink, and I kind of collected flamingos, or at least everybody gave me flamingos. So I had lots of flamingo stuff. Oh, I've missed one here. Down here is Santa Claus. Hey, Mr. Santa. Okay. Let's go up this way. That's just like a snowman. Now, here is one my son made me when he was in preschool. Isn't it so cute? He's a little gingerbread man. And then there's Santa with puppets on his hands. And I don't know, a little heart. And then this kitty cat I've had since I was a little girl, I think. I don't remember if it was a gift or I just don't remember. But definitely from my mom or something. And that is from the year my son was born. Somebody gave me that. I think it says 1999 on the back side. And there's an angel with a heart on her. And there's another just pretty little bauble. And then that's a Jingle Bell snowman. Um, and then over here, I don't know, it's just I think that's made out of like a polymer clay. I think maybe somebody made that for me. Sorry, we have to walk around this way. And then there's like a knit snowman. I don't know if somebody made that or not. I'm not sure. There's another one from IKEA. It was a 4-pack and they're all different colors. I'm like obsessed because I used to do a lot of work at a glass center where they blew glass. And I'm telling you, something like that, but like, oh, I shouldn't say that because you should definitely buy local. But if you're not, you should definitely buy local. I don't know where these were made. I didn't look. Yeah, all right, now I feel bad about it. But $12 for 4 and they're really pretty. That's a good deal. Anyway, there's a cat with a Jack in the Box. That was on a gift growing up for sure. And there's a cowboy snowman and he's holding stuff. I can't remember what. And then this is Snoopy. That goes way back. That's been around since I was little. And there's another kind of sparkly thing and another glass candy cane. And there's a glass heart. I like the way clear glass picks up the color of the lights. And then there's a very old Santa Claus from when I was in, you know, preschool or something, probably. We used to have a lot of soft ornaments to put at the bottom of the tree because we always had cats and sometimes kittens, and they would tear things apart. That's a scallop shell ornament made to look like it's pottery, but it's made to look like a scallop shell. Honestly, I can't quite tell what she's holding. I think it's a dove. I don't know. Hold on, I gotta turn this one around. This one's pretty cute. I always call this Holly Hobby, but I guess it's not really Holly Hobby. It looks like I don't know who that is, but that's from the 70s for sure. And then here is a Santa Claus star. And there is a reindeer. And then here is a frog with long legs. And one of his arms broke off, but I still keep him because I like him. And there's the little baby from when, I don't know, some baby was born. Somebody gave it to me. And a penguin. That's very old. And there's a bear. And the lights are plugged in. I haven't figured out where I'm going to put all the wires yet because I just set it up. Did I show you this one? There's another bear holding a candy cane. Okay, let me come up here and I'm going to show you my tree topper. There she is. And she does light up, but she's vintage. She's from the, I don't know, 40s or 50s. But she blinks, and the blinking kind of makes me crazy. So I just have her sitting there. I haven't figured out. I bet if I change out one of the bulbs, I could stop her blinking, but I don't know which one to change out. So she just sits there. I didn't show you one of the IKEA things. I'm trying to think. I guess it's this one. That pretty green one. So there's green and red and pink and blue. So pretty. And there's just like a goofy little snowman. Oh, I forgot to show you my favorite. Hold on. This is my very favorite. He broke a little bit, but this is an opossum. And I was obsessed with opossums. And my mom, like, I think she went on a search and got me that ornament. And he used to hold think a book. But anyway, I don't care. I still love him so much. See how he's hanging upside down? He's and we still have opossums in my yard, so it's like they've run through my life. Let's see. Oh, here's another little bear. Where are you? There he is. Isn't he so sweet? And there's another sparkly ornament. And I threw some tinsel in there just to fill it in a little bit. So there it is. And the funny thing is, I'll show you Coop. He's over here. I have binoculars, not because I'm looking at my neighbors getting dressed or anything. I'm not. But because I look at Owlbert, he's back right now, which is awesome. He doesn't usually come around this time of year. There's Cooper. It's a mess over here because I have some gifts getting ready to be wrapped and stuff. And that's Cooper's toy that it comes on, but he kind of just ignores it. But he sleeps on his little scratch box. Like he doesn't fit on it, but he always sleeps on it. And there's his toy. So, oh, I know what I was going to say though. But earlier today, it was so cute because I set all these stuffed animals up under here, and Cooper snuggled up between them, and he was sleeping there. I was like, oh, he's so cute. Maybe I'll put that as the thumbnail so you guys can see it. And I put like white LED lights on here. Oh, you can see my reflection. I'm a mess. It was messy. I was wearing a beanie hat. Who cares? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I put white LED lights, and then I was like, ugh, I don't know, it's not enough. So I added the little color lights too. So I have two different types of lights on here. And so there you go. A little walkthrough. And every night I sit right here. This is my spot. And usually Cooper sits right here next to me. And then we watch TV and look at our tree. So it's pretty nice. Oh, there's Coop. Hey, Cooper. You want to come up and say hi? See, every time I sit down, he sits down right next to me. Such a good boy, aren't you? Yes. You want to say hello? He kind of said hello. And this blanket, my uncle like collected, I think it's Pendleton blankets. And so he, passed away, well, almost a year ago now. And when we did the estate sale, I just fell in love with this blanket. So I should have probably taken more, I realize now, because they're all wool or wool and cotton. And I'm trying so hard to switch everything out to more like, natural fabrics. So I kind of regret not, he had a bunch of them, but I just took this one. But I love it. I love the colors and everything. And Cooper loves it. And it says to not wash it, but I put it right in the wash machine and it's been fine to get the cat hair off it. So yeah. Cooper, I'm gonna put the mic. I thought maybe he'd purr, but I'm not petting him, so he's not purring. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me on this tour. I feel like the camera keeps not focusing properly. There we go. There's the angel. We painted this room, well, during COVID, and we painted it like this. Very, it's really like a super pale yellow, but it's more like a cream, like an off-white. And then we did the trim, this like very light green kind of color. And the ceiling's white. And then the mantle is coral. And I just wanted this sort of like 1950s vibe. And I love it. I love it. So there you go. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.